Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. It's pleased to have you here in the class. Before we start the presentation, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Biarta. I hope my presentation can be useful to enlarge your knowledge. And in brief, the presentation is all about new thin film transistor. The presentation will talk about the definition of TFT, the research about new thin film transistor, how they improve the new TFT, and what the new TFT can be used for, and what purpose of the research, and what purpose of the research. That's it. So, what is thin film transistor? Uh, Thin film transistor is a special type of field effect transistor, or FET, or FET we call it, where the transistor is thin to plane of the device. So what's the research about new thin film transistor? Um, an engineering in an engineering research team at University of Alberta have invented a new transistor that could revolutionize thin film electronic device. Their finding published in the science journal Nature Communication. The team was exploring new uses for thin film transistor, or TFT to be sure, which are most commonly found in low power, low frequency device like the display screen that they are reading now. Efforts by research and the consumer electronic industry to improve the performance of transistor have been slowed by challenge of developing new materials or slowly improving existing one for use in traditional thin film transistor architecture, known as the metal oxide semiconductor field effect, or MOSFET to be short. So, how do they improve the new TFT? Uh, they improve the TFT by designing a new transistor architecture that takes advantage of bipolar action. So what does it mean? So instead of using one type of charge carrier, as most thin films would do, it uses electron and the absence of the electrons to contribute the electrical output. So I'm sorry if I'm not giving the picture how do they work, because it's not full searchable at this point. And what the new TFT can be used for? Their funding could be open the door to development of flexible electronic device, such as a display technology, like you are seeing on your TV, on your laptop screen, on your monitor, to medical imaging, like you will see in the some kind of CT scan, or a lot of scan, and also renewable energy production, like you will see in solar panel. They almostly use the TFT. I it with this new in TFT, it will be much higher and better. But what's the purpose of this research? The research was to make the highest power handling and switching speed possible. So what is the switching speed actually is? Like when you are, in this case I giving the example on the touchscreen device. So it has a switching speed or touch responsives on 480 hertz. So if the display was just 60 hertz, it will be four, uh, maybe 5 time or 6 time of that responsibility. So it will be allowed to improve the responsiveness, and in other field it will be improved a lot. And not many people want to look into that, but the raw properties of film indicates dramatic performance increase was within reach. So that is the end of my presentation. If you want to have question, please raise your hand. Hope, or if you cannot raise your hand, maybe you could put in the comment section below. So that's all from me. I'm sorry if there are some mistakes I did during this presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon.